Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, be sure to like and subscribe. So if you guys have been on my channel, you would know I'm an author, and you would also probably know that I've been working on this book called Flame Visions, which is the first book in a 3 or 4 book series called the Dragon Keepers Chronicles. And recently I actually finished it, which is so exciting and honestly kind of unexpected. I didn't expect to finish it that fast, but I'm like super proud of myself for that. I thought today I could do a bunch of reveals. I could talk to you about the second book in the series with no spoilers, of course. I can give you some lore, tell you the vibes, maybe do a name reveal. So please stick around because you're not going to want to miss it. Because imagine like one day these books are published and you guys could be like the first to know a bunch of stuff about it. Just saying. I'm going to start with the name reveal because why not? So the first book is called Flame Visions, which you know, so I've been calling it Project Flame Visions. And the second book is called Flashbacks. And I call it Project Flashbacks. And unintentionally, the first 3 letters in it are the same. So FLA for flame and FLA for flash. And then it's like both a 1-syllable word and then another word, so like flame visions, flashbacks. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. So the third book is also like that. You can guess what it might be in the comments below. I don't really think you'll be able to, but it's basically, it takes place 3 months after the first book. There has been a lot that's happened, which I can't really talk about much, but I mean, there's certain things I will say because I don't really care, and if I want, I can edit them out. The first book ends with a big reveal, of course. There is a character death, which is very depressing. There's a lot of things that go on with like the dragons and stuff, and they decide like they shouldn't like keep the dragons because they don't want to draw more attention to them, especially since there's kind of an uprising in both. Oh my gosh, I haven't told you that. Both in where the dragon hunters live and where the people who are normally at peace with dragons live. They're kind of like uprising and realizing like how much they actually want to fight against dragons to like kill them. So the main characters decide that they shouldn't like keep the dragons because they're not keeping them safe. They're actually just drawing more attention to them. Instead, they just like let them live their normal lives because that's what they'd been doing before. So it doesn't make much of a difference. The main characters don't want to fight dragons, but pretty much everyone else has decided to go against them because there's been some significant events that have happened that have caused them to be like, okay, well, dragons keep attacking us, we need to attack them, which is valid. So basically that's what's kind of happened, how the first book ended. So like I said, the second book is 3 months after the first book, and oh my gosh, wait. I can't say that because that might bring some theories, and I can't say that. I can't say that. Oh shoot, like how do I explain this? Okay, so I'm actually not going to get to go into as much detail as I thought because I just realized if I say certain things, you'll be able to guess which character is killed off. So, let's just say it starts off when they're in the castle where Aisling and Calix live. There's some things that have been happening, like their village, which is normally at peace with dragons, is kind of revolting and deciding to, they're grouping up in little groups and trying to hunt dragons. And of course, like all of the kids, they're like, oh, we don't want that to happen, so we're not gonna encourage that. We're not gonna hunt dragons because that's not our goal. Eventually Aisling starts like getting these, like, it starts in like a nightmare form kind of thing, and it's like she kind of gets like this really bad dream that like feels like she's there. It's like a memory of what has happened like in the death scene for the character in the first book. It shows that, and it feels like she's really there. She can feel the emotions she felt. She can feel the feelings, like the surroundings look the same, sounds the same, like everything's the same, and it's like haunting her so much. And eventually she keeps getting this kind of memory thing, and eventually they come to the conclusion that it might be kind of like how she was getting flame visions, how she was getting visions that showed the future events. She's now getting flashbacks, which are showing past events. It's basically meant to torment her and like mess with her mind because, yeah, can't tell you why. But so she's been getting those, and they have like a hunch on how she might be getting those. So they decide to go to where all the dragon hunters live. It's not that far away from where they live, but they go there, and they don't tell the parents or the king and queen because they figure like they'll be back soon enough, and it's not like anything cool is happening at the castle and all that. And this time Aisling and Calix's cousins get to come, so that's cool. New characters we love. They get there. The whole time they're trying to find more information on how Aisling might be getting these flashbacks, and also, you know, just more information on a lot of things that they've found out. And they end up staying in this inn, which is like kind of hidden in like an alleyway because they don't want to get caught by anybody, because technically they don't live where the dragon hunters live. Well, some of them do, because that's where they are originally dragon hunters, but they haven't been back in a little while, so they don't want to get caught either. And just in general, they're trying to avoid people, even though it's kind of hard. They're trying to not draw attention to themselves, so they end up staying in this inn that's like kind of hidden away, like I said. There they meet like all these innkeepers, which this is kind of a spoiler, but like I'm gonna probably be talking about this in a video next or soon. The innkeepers are like really important parts of the story, so yeah, I really love their characters, and they're so cool, and I'm excited to tell you guys about them. The rest of the book, there's not going to be much of dragons in this book. That was more for the first one. There is going to be probably some character deaths. I know one for sure. There's like flashbacks that Aisling gets, more lore that'll probably be dropped from certain characters who haven't shared their backstories a lot. There's conflict between different characters. Nyx gets more of a leadership position, which I didn't actually plan, but she's becoming more of like a leader. She's very in charge of a lot of things because she kind of knows her way around the dragon hunter spot, since that's where she grew up. Darcel does too, but she's more of a person who wants to be independent but not lead. Nyx is one that wants to be independent and can lead too, which I didn't actually expect from her, but that's pretty cool. She's a baddie. I love her. Getting to know the cousins more is super fun. Getting to know the innkeeper people, they're really cool. There's gonna be betrayal. There's gonna be lots of lore dropped and lots of questions unanswered, because that's what the third book's for. I'm guessing that this series will end up being a trilogy, but I haven't, like, if it needs to be 4 books, like, to draw out the finale, I can make it that. I just need to figure out a name for the 4th book, which I don't know if I can do, because I have, like, a pattern going, and I am actually flying through the 2nd book currently. I started it July 1st, I believe. It's currently July 13th right now. I think right now I'm like at 11,790 words or something, which is fast for me. Normally, if I start a book, I like write it a lot for like a few days, and then I take a huge break and don't touch it for a while, or I keep rereading it and editing the first 3 chapters until I think those are perfect enough for me to continue. But this one, the words are just coming, and I'm like, what is going on? Like, it's insane. I think I'm on like chapter 12 or 13 or something. I'm loving the characters. I'm loving the plot. Like, the vibes of everything, so cool. I'll put some pictures on the screen of like some vibes, because the vibes in this book are so cool. I can't wait, because after this video is up, I can post some edits that I've been making, because I have some really cool edits. If you guys have stuck around this long, I'll actually insert one right here. I'm definitely going to be doing a video soon about the newer characters that I'm introducing because they deserve to be in a video. Why not? And I want to be able to explain them so I can put them in edits and you guys will somewhat understand. Well, I think that's all that I'm going to say for this video. Let me know if it sounds interesting to you, if there's any theories you have, if you have any questions, maybe I'll answer some. You never know. Okay, well, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!